Hey, good morning. It's Deacon John. It's time for the Blue Water Vicarious Schools video of the day. I'm coming to you from the garage, and it's February 16th. It's Thursday. It is the day before most of you have your midwinter break recess. So we hope that if you are off for this long weekend, that you have a good weekend. If you're traveling somewhere and it's warm, bring it back and make sure your travels are safe and have spend a little time to have some fun. If you have some homework to catch up on, it's great. You got to do that, but have some fun. Go out with some friends and play or do something fun with your family. And of course, don't forget to go to Mass. Everybody have a great day. And next, this wonderful story about this relationship between a dog and a hummingbird.
Last year, Ed Gernon adopted a dog named Rex. The shepherd mix was feral.
He was dangerous. I mean, he fought with other dogs and he killed cats. He was an animal that had learned to live on the streets and to survive by his own hunting ability, I guess.
So you can imagine the shock when one afternoon, just a month after his adoption, Rex became the rescuer.
And he suddenly stopped, and he would not move.
Saving a tiny and very sick hummingbird.
I mean, it's tiny. And it's dead, as far as I'm aware. It's covered in ants. It's got no feathers.
Here's the other twist in this story. This is the hummingbird now. 1 year after her rescue, Hummer, as she is called, is still living inside Gernon's home.
It's crazy. Like, you live with Tinkerbell. It's like that's what this is like.
And it's been a long flight. Gernon had to nurse her back to life literally. He feeds her a special sugary formula every 15 minutes, from sun up to sundown.
And you find yourself doing stuff you never thought in a million years you would do.
Even Rex was willing to share his water bowl with Hummer.
There was this little creature, this fragile creature that the whole world wanted to kill, and he was trying to protect her. So I thought I'd go the distance.
And look how far they've come. Gernon taught Hummer how to fly using a hairdryer. She sleeps in his glasses. She even lets him steal a kiss. While we had to start by taking video of her outside the kitchen window, Hummer soon opened up to us.
Yes, girl.
Buzzing around our camera, perching atop our tripod. She even let me touch my finger to her beak.
That's awesome.
It's been more than a year since Hummer arrived here, and Gernon knows eventually she will spread her wings.
It's time for her to start mating. And I keep leaving the doors and windows open thinking she'll leave.
And while she's here, her little wings have made a big impact.
I rescue this dog. He rescues the bird. The bird rescues all of us, in a weird sense. And it's just a miracle.
That it is. In Whittier, Christine Lazar, CBS 2 News.
In 1959, Fidel Castro claimed dictatorial powers in Cuba after he ousted an earlier dictator, Fulgencio Batista. On this day in 1968, America's first 911 emergency telephone system began taking calls in Haleyville, Alabama. This day in 1999, Kurds, raged by the arrest of their rebel leader, Abdullah Öcalan, by Turkey, seized embassies and held hostages across Europe. And on this day in 1923, some light was shed on King Tut after 3,000 years. Archaeologist Howard Carter opened Tut's sarcophagus and found 3 nested coffins. The innermost was made of solid gold. Tut's intact body would offer valuable clues to Egypt's past. And that's this day in history.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for February 16th. Today we celebrate St. Gilbert of Seppringham. A life of luxury was within easy reach of today's saint. Born in 1083 to a wealthy family in Seppringham, England, but Gilbert chose another path and happily followed it for more than 100 years. Following studies abroad, Gilbert was ordained to the priesthood and served as parish priest at Seppringham. He lived simply, consumed little food, and spent a good portion of many nights in prayer. His congregation included a small number of young women who told him of their desire to live in religious life. A house was built for them adjacent to the church. Later, lay sisters and lay brothers were added to work the land. The religious order formed eventually became known as the Gilbertines, the only one of English origin founded during the Middle Ages. It came to an end when King Henry VIII suppressed all Catholic monasteries. Gilbert died in 1190 and was canonized only 13 years later.
And finally, what did the spoon say to the knife? Whoa, you're so sharp. Everybody have a great midwinter break.